Drifting on a brick is a high-speed, simplistic racer where you drift around the track, competing with others to get the best time score. Throughout this video, I will be analyzing this game's gameplay and game mechanics to determine whether it's really worth your time. I will be going through 3 aspects of the game and rating them on how good they are. At the very end of the video, I will be giving Drifting on a Brick an overall rating. Enjoy! Driving around this game is very easy and fun. If you never played a drifting game in your life, you should still be able to race pretty competitively here. Imagine racing with crazy carts. That's basically this game. Let's go into a bit more detail. You're on a hovering brick, so the physics are pretty floaty when you're drifting. There is some auto steering, so you don't have complete control over your car. However, this can be a good and a bad thing. If you have played drifting games before, you probably would want complete control over your car. But if you haven't, then this is going to make your experience much easier. Throttle control is very crucial in this game. If you hit a turn too fast, you might hit the wall and spin out. If you spin out, you'll greatly lose your time, as shown in this clip here. Sometimes, hitting the wall can actually be helpful, as shown in this clip. To keep an eye on your speed, just look above your character at the speedometer. There really isn't much to say about the driving in this game, but it's still very fun, and after all, this game's sort of style is simplistic. So, in conclusion, what rating would I give the driving? I think the simplicity of it all kind of makes this game come to life. The driving system is pretty easy to learn, but not so easy to master, which makes it great for anyone who's trying to play this game long term. In conclusion, I give the driving system a 7 out of 10, which I think is fair. Although you may think that this game's tracks are pretty boring, that's pretty far from the truth, as these tracks are, even though simplistic, very fun to go around. The maps in this game range from easy to normal to hard. Hard maps have really sharp turns, while easy maps have very slight turns that are easy to drift on. Each map also varies in length. There's long maps, medium-sized maps, and short maps. All of these different factors make all the maps very different from one another. Once you are done playing a map, everyone's time scores will be compared and everyone votes for the next map. Once everyone votes for the next map, you start at the starting line and you continue to try to get the best time score while you race on that map for about 6 minutes. If you're wondering how intense the next turn is going to be, you can look at the outer part of the track to determine how intense it will be. If the track is red, then that means the turn is going to be extremely sharp. If it is a lighter green, then it's going to be a very light turn that will be easy to drift on. A quick note before I conclude this section is not all maps are completely flat. Some have drops and some have just slanted areas in general. This makes the game a lot more fun and spices things up a little. Tracks take a big part of racing games, so when they aren't that great, it takes a big toll on the game itself. I'd say that Drifting on a Brick does a halfway job of this. The tracks are really fun to drift on, but they're just not very unique. The colors are bland and it's not that great. Overall, I'd give the tracks a 5 out of 10. There are unfortunately not many ways to customize your car in this game. The only two things you can do is customize your car's specs and or get a new skin for your brick. There are a couple ways you can get skins. You can either, at the end of the game, open a crate and get a new skin, or if you collect enough coins, you can go to the store and buy your own. The more expensive the crate is, the higher chance you're going to get something really cool. There are numerous different ways to upgrade your brick. You can upgrade its weight, power, steering power, frontal drag, lateral drag, friction, and braking power. All of these cost coins, so you're going to have to save up quite a bit before you can get any of these. While we're on the topic of coins, the only way to get them is to finish a lap. You get extra coins for fast laps and clean laps. Expected from a simple game, there aren't many customization options. However, that doesn't mean they aren't good. I love all of the brick skins, and I think they're really funny and cool. And the upgrade options really keep you playing for longer than you usually would. Overall, I'd rate the customization system a good 8 out of 10. Before I rate the game overall, let's recap my previous ratings. Driving got a 7 out of 10, tracks got a 5 out of 10, and customization got an 8 out of 10. My final overall rating of the game would be 8.5 out of 10. Even if this game still doesn't seem that great to you, trust me, this is a huge up-and-coming game, and it's only going to get better from here. So I highly advise you to check it out right now before it gets too popular, you know? Well, that is all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed, and go check out Drifting on a Brick.